Hi, my name is Ingrid Stegemoeller. I'm the Communications Manager at Partnership for Learning, which is an education and policy nonprofit in Seattle focused on improving post-high school credential attainment for Washington State students. I also have the pleasure of running the Ready Washington Coalition, which is a group of education organizations that works together to create resources and information to support students on their education to career path. Think videos, fact sheets, blogs, social media content, etc. The goals of our project for the summer, our measurement, accountability, and assessment project, were to, one, promote participation in fall assessments, and two, to encourage families' use of assessment data to support understanding of their students' progress. And we did this through several activities designed to, first, understand district communications with families, including what has worked particularly well during the pandemic, and two, to inform materials for families about assessments, why they are happening, and how to use the results. I think three key lessons about families' communications needs emerged from this project. The first is that families are hungry for information about their student. They crave individual engagement and one-on-one conversation with teachers about how to support their learners' success. Families really appreciate tools that support these conversations, such as state assessment results, as a launching point for dialogue, and they appreciate being heard. Putting relationships first really has gone a long way. The second key lesson was that the families we spoke with want to get general school information through multiple channels, with a preference for texts, emails, and learning management systems. And then finally, information has got to be translated and culturally relevant if it is to meet the needs of Spanish-speaking families and families who speak other languages. The results of this project are really twofold. In terms of materials, we created first a communications toolkit for districts about the state assessments happening this fall in Washington State. The toolkit includes sample messages in various formats that families said they wanted to receive the information, texts, a phone script, email, social media posts. And the toolkit is in English and Spanish, which are the two most spoken languages by families in our state. It also includes editable graphics that districts can use in their communications, which was a suggestion from a district communicator. The second material that we created was an updated fact sheet about state assessments. We had originally created this fact sheet a few years ago in collaboration with Spanish-speaking families and with support from Seek Common Ground. And we refreshed that resource and we made the language more general to include science, which is a newer area of assessment for Washington State. I would say that the knowledge that we gained about how families prefer to receive communications will continue to inform the materials we create for future projects about assessments and other topics. And additionally, the conversations with families reinforced how much they appreciate being heard. And that principle will be even a stronger driving force for our family-facing communications going forward. We have a few reflections about what measurement, assessment, and accountability will look like going forward in our context. I would say we'll be monitoring the usage of the toolkit that we created as assessments happen this fall. And as we can, we'll amplify the school and district information sharing that's happening, and we'll continue to feed our own messaging and information about assessments into our communications platforms. We don't anticipate a large opt-out movement, but we will monitor any anti-testing campaigns and how the test administration is going. Preliminarily, we're hearing that schools are dealing with a lot right now, and assessments are one more thing on the list and maybe getting less attention than in previous years. I'll also say the toolkit we created seemed to fill an information void, given that districts and schools have so many pressing issues, as I just mentioned, to manage as the pandemic continues. And I think ReadyWalk can continue to play an important role in providing straightforward, easy to use information for families about the assessments in an effort to promote participation in them. The Seek Common Ground learning community is my main avenue to understand what other education advocates and communicators are working on nationwide, their challenges and successes. I really appreciated the opportunity to discuss the state of assessment in other places and how others have successfully communicated the value of assessment. And additionally, there were several partner and expert talks this summer that reinforced the importance of engaging relationally and designing projects in a way that puts families and students' needs at the center of the process. Advice I give for future participants is to lean in and engage as much as you can with the other partners because there's so much to learn. So thank you for the opportunity to participate in this project.